everyone, it is Kelsey here, and I'm going to lead you through hopefully a really nice, almost like a massage worthy class. What you'll need is 2 balls. So I have specifically myofascial release balls. You can get these really easily at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Amazon. You search up myofascial balls, but what would work also is lacrosse balls or even tennis balls if you have them handy. So that'll be our first prop. And then I will use a foam roller as well. So those are the 2 props that you'll need. If you want to use a blanket, a block, anything else, feel free to use that with you as well. But we're going to get started on our backs, and we're going to place these 2 balls right here before the tops of the shoulder blades. So letting the spine be in the middle of them, it being right below the nape of your neck. And you can kind of adjust and wiggle around until you found the perfect place to kind of rest. It may feel a lot at first, especially if you hold a lot of your tightness there, or if you have any knots. If it's way too intense, you can always put a blanket on top of them and let yourself rest with the blanket as a little cushion. But they should be going into more of the muscle than any of the bones. And I release my arms out to the side, to left and the right, and I'm going to keep my knees upwards in constructive rest and my feet flat on the floor to start. And what we're really going to do here is just breathe. Just breathing with these under our back will really help release a ton of tension and soften the muscle tissue, the scar tissue, and the muscle fibers. So big breath in and big breath out. Big inhale and big exhale. Just keep your breath flowing, trying to sink as you exhale, sink deeper into the balls, into the floor. As we inhale, we're going to reach our arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, palms face away from you. Let those arms fall all the way back behind your head. Maybe very intense. Breathe into it. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms back out to your wingspan. Very good. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Palms face away from you. Exhale up and fall behind you. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, bring them out. So from here, we're going to exhale. Pick up your head and release your hands behind your head. And we're going to press into our feet that's down on the ground. And we're just going to pick up our hips a little. Let ourselves move so that our head is transferring towards the back of the mat. And we're rolling over these balls. So we're moving now so our head's on the floor and the myofascial balls, lacrosse balls, tennis balls, whatever you're using, are now heading more towards the mid of your back. So you should feel your heart, your sternum lifting higher to the sky. Your hips will settle down, and we'll keep the knees bent and the feet flat again. Your arms can be open to left and right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Again, just let yourself breathe. Opening up the heart here. This time we're going to inhale. We're going to bend the right elbow, place the right palm over your heart, your chest, and let it go all the way down towards your left arm. We'll bring it back, open up wide, let the left arm come, travel down the right, and you'll open up again. So we'll go back and forth, side to side. We'll come back to center, and this time we're just going to let our knees go left to right. If you want, you can pick your head up and start to scooch even more up the mat so that your balls are heading more towards the middle, maybe even towards the low back. It might feel really good pressing on the back of the kidneys. So we'll all meet. You can move them manually if you need to, with the props, a ball heading more towards the middle, lower part of the back, maybe like 2 inches in from the hip bones, right above the sacrum. So really low back here. I'm going to open our knees wide, allow the soles of our feet to kiss. You can bring one hand to your heart, one to your belly, or again, the arms can be out wide, whatever feels best. You can maybe maneuver it to what you'd like. So I kind of want them maybe more towards, like right where my rib cage ends. That's where I want them to be right now. It's kind of like this game of playing around with what feels best. Big inhale. Big exhale. Just letting yourself stay with your breath. Then when you're ready, we're going to put them on our glutes. We're just going to allow ourselves to rock a little side to side. You may feel a place that's really tender or kind of stiff. Maybe just stay there and breathe into it. I sometimes like to let my knees fall here as well. It really helps dig into the sore muscles. The key here really is just to breathe. Yeah, and just playing around with it. You will get feedback from the body. It will tell you what feels good and what doesn't. Then from here, just moving the ball, you don't lose it, wherever you think feels best or needs more attention. So again, I just love the upper back area because that's where I hold so much of my tension and my stress. So I'm going to return there and take an even bigger stretch, releasing my arms. But feel free, if you want to, maybe roll it on top of the hip flexors, or the knees are a really good place. But going where you need to with this. Then if you haven't already, we'll start to bring them down towards our hips. And you can extend the leg, the hip that you're working on, and just honestly roll the ball in and around the hip flexor. You can do 2 at once if you're feeling coordinated, or just do 1 at a time. Try to put as much pressure as you can handle. I also like stretching it out through the chest as well, if the pecs are tight or anything from lifting. So again, going where you need to go. But after you're done with the hips, you can sit on up and work on the knees. So again, you can do 1 knee at a time, both. I like to use both of the balls and kind of go on the outer edge of the kneecap. Go around. I had a knee injury from playing tennis, so it always feels good to release all the fascia around the knee. You can work it down the leg or up the leg towards the ankle, the calves. Honestly, wherever it wants to go, wherever you want to explore, there's no right or wrong way to do these. I'm heading over to my other knee now. But it's just a great massage technique on yourself. It gets the blood flowing, and working with those fascial lines are really important. Then when you're ready, we can come up to standing, bring the balls with us. And we'll start with having the one ball by our right foot. Our left foot will stay in our standing position. And we're just going to work the ball right under the right heel at first. So trying to keep a micro bend in that standing left knee. You can go on the inner edge of the heel and the outer. Just trying to roll it under that right heel. And we'll start to work our way towards the arch of the foot. Again, this might get intense, this might get a lot, because very rarely do we stretch and dig into our muscles this much. So it may feel like a lot. If you need to take a break, take one. But if you've ever heard of reflexology or any of that, this is like the similar principles. They say the bottom of the foot correlates with different body parts. So I think the arch has to do with digestion and all that, your liver. So it's always super sore for me because I have a lot of like gut issues. I feel most of the time I'm dealing with that. Or if you've had a big night out partying, you'll feel it. The liver will definitely feel it. And then just gently working your way up above the arch, right before the toes. And again, trying to get all parts of the foot, so inner, outer. Be careful not to lock out in that standing left leg. You want to keep a little bend there. And then heading over the toes when you're ready. Maybe you're trying to grip the ball with the toes, do some toe work there. Very difficult. But this is really, really good to do if you stand on your feet a lot, if you're a runner or a walker, like hiking. Our feet need as much love and care as the rest of our body, and quite simply, we just don't do it that much, especially in America. We just like wear shoes all the time, don't really pay attention to our feet or give care to our individual toes. Fun fact, you should be able to control each toe separately, like monkeys, gorillas do, but we just are so used to wearing shoes and socks and cramming our toes into one unit that we forget they exist, kind of like our fingers do. But healthy toes should be able to be manipulated one at a time. Okay, and then just give your whole foot up and down a huge roll out. Maybe even stand, try to put all your weight to that right foot. Some of my favorite exercises to teach people. And another really cool thing is if you have like a water bottle, a plastic water bottle, and you put it in your freezer, if you like worked a really long day on your feet a lot, and you get that plastic water bottle and put it under your foot and roll it out. Okay. You can go on doing that as long as you like. Remember, it's a video, you can pause. If it feels really good, if anything feels really good, just stay there and do it forever. We'll just stand with our feet under our hips and maybe just notice the difference. I always feel like after I do this that my feet literally grow roots down into the ground. My right leg feels so different than my left. All right, then we'll start with the left one. Remember, we'll first start with the heel. Trying to keep a micro bend and squeezing the glute of that right leg. Maybe make circular motions, try to go all along the heel. stand on it. We'll work our way right above the heel. More towards the arch. Stay with that breath. And from the arch, we're going to go upwards. The balls of the feet, the pads of the feet. You may notice that this side feels different than your other side, your other foot. And working your way towards the toes. Again, maybe try to pick up the ball. I can't do it. Not with these ones. And then just go where you need to go. Go all up and down the foot if you'd like. Maybe try to stand with your complete weight on it. Ah! And release when you're ready. Maybe your feet will feel way better now, more rooted into the earth. You're more grounded. And from here, we're just going to find our foam roller. And then we're going to place it right under our right hip. Our forearm can come down, and we're just going to roll out our glute here. Go all the way up towards the right obliques, towards the right rib cage. Again, the same principles apply with this. We're working on massaging out that fascia. So I'm going to stay here with the ribs over the foam roller. My right leg is down with my right knee bent. My left knee's pointed outwards. My left knee's bent and I'm on my right forearm. I'm just going to straighten my right forearm and reach with my left. A big opening. I'm going to gently open my heart up to the sky, rolling a little more onto my back. A big stretch there. And breathe. And back through center. And we'll just go on the other side. Again, getting the left glute all the way up towards the ribs. I have my legs kind of crossed here. My right foot is down as my right knee's pointing up, and I'm on the knife edge of my left foot. And we'll pause, stretch out my left arm, my right arm to meet it, so my ribs over the foam roller. I roll open onto my back. Big breath in. Big breath out. And we'll come back through center. Just have the foam roller there behind your back. We'll just finish off with a nice massage up and down the spine. So I have my hips lifted, my knees bent, and then I dig into my heels to straighten them. Get that nice massage. Then to end class, I like to put the foam roller behind me, releasing my arms behind me, and having a big heart opener with my knees bent up to the sky, or maybe a Supta Baddha straight out in front of you. But I like to end with a huge big opening. You can always put a blanket on top of the foam roller as well. So we'll stay and breathe. You stay right where you are. Stay for at least 3 minutes in your Shavasana. You can stay longer. You can add the other props as well. But I hope that helped kind of release some of the fascial lines, any tightness or stiffness. Please drink a lot of water for the rest of the day. You stay right where you are. I'll bring my hands to the heart, and to each of you I say namaste.